kicks, you know, that 97 kick speed, 98 kick power, and then you have McGregor. Everyone knows McGregor is a meta pick, the best hands in the game. So I'm going to want to see Grom look to with Pettis. As Pettis not having so fast punch speed, I think he'd be able to win the boxing trades.
Yeah, 92 punch speed, 93 punch power. I believe he does not want to get into the pocket and trade with Connor, but you know, needs to use those kicks, needs to use his distance. So let's see if he does that here, and he catches him going low already.
Sits him down again. Let's see if we'll see some of these.
Yeah,
Dives him again on the way out.
Grom got caught trying to throw when he was hurt and got dropped again. So 2 quick drops right there by Poppy, you know, to take. Oh, my goodness. The oblique to the spinning heel kick. And he is getting fancy here with Pettis, people,
back
with these 5-star traditional combos. Interesting, you know, Vaughn, that Grom is in the orthodox stance with McGregor. Yeah,
he loses some of that power when you do that. I like what Raw's Poppy's doing here. He's coming out for the kill early. Question mark kick, misses, works the body.
Yeah, one thing about Grom going into orthodox, though, is whenever I use my Pettis, sometimes it might be a good idea for the opponent to go to orthodox so that my rear roundhouse can't go to your open side if I switch stance, which we all know Pettis has like a 97 switch stance. But another rock went down right there.
Yeah, he's going for that body.
Yes.
Yeah, and I like the pull that Grom's doing, but he keeps pulling. Grom keeps pulling a bit much, but and he rocks him.
Yeah, he gets inside in there with that hook and hurts him right there, but he eats a switch kick for his troubles right there. Yeah, he keeps pulling, like you said, Vaughn. He keeps pulling whenever he's throwing that lead roundhouse to the body. You know, not supposed to be a huge damaging kick, but is doing a lot of damage to the body right now.
Yeah, that body work from Pettis it's looking good, and you can already look at McGregor's gas tank. It's already halfway gone.
Yeah, and you know, being a Pettis main, watching this fight, this is just an absolute masterclass in Pettis. This is what you have to do to a McGregor to really dominate. Oh, a beautiful 5-star traditional combo right there. The lead body into this spinning heel kick or spinning side kick.
He sits him down again. And that body kick is money. That body kick is really money.
Yeah, you know, for everybody watching, sorry, this is just so hard to keep up with on commentary. And the lead body hook.
And he's going up and down, body head. This one might be over right here.
He has Grom absolutely, you know, guessing for his life now.
And he survives.
Yeah, but one thing we know about McGregor's is it doesn't matter. I mean, really, how far you get their stamina down. If they throw that one right shot, it's over. So Raw Poppy needs to be aware of that.
Yeah, the first round was really fireworks. I mean, you see Poppy coming out here with the body work and the head work. You know, he's mixing it up. He's going up high. He's going down low. I really like what he's doing, and I want to see Grom, you know, block his body more and try not to like pull back so often. You know, you know, I think Poppy is reading it.
Yeah, you know, we'd love to see Grom do that, but is it too little, too late already? Coming in, he gets this rock right off of the beginning strike that he threw, and he hurts the body with the roundhouse. Oh, this is not good for Grom. And I mean, he is just getting fancy right here, Vaughn.
Yeah, you have to be careful doing that. You know, something like that you miss, and you know, if Connor lands on you with that 98 power, you know, it will be over.
Yeah, just like I was saying, he puts him down. But yeah, just like I was saying, you know, even with that low stamina, if you whiff a shot like that, you know, Connor will still put your lights out just like that. And Grom wisely getting off the cage right there, but eating kick after kick to the body, to the head. You never know where it's coming from right here, man. This is He pulled the tadpole special out. Oh, no.
Oh, man. That has to be knockout of the night.
Vaughn, I'm going to let you take that one, bro. What did you think about that one, man?
That has to be knockout of the night. I mean, we still have, you know, a bunch more fights to go, but that was insane. You know, that was like one of those TikTok clips you see when you're scrolling, you know. That was an insane knockout. Congratulations to the Poppy, and I'm pretty sure Grom will be back, you know. I liked what Grom was doing, but I think he just has to maybe slow down a little bit more in there.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say right now that was probably one of the best KOs, like at all in this league. I'm I don't know. I'm still so shocked about how Pappy performed in there. Like, I don't know whether maybe his potential performance of the night, KO of the night, maybe even fight of the night. Because even Grom was, you know, fighting back quite a lot. But, you know, obviously Grom did kind of get tired, and I think that stamina really, you know, takes like very little to him. You know, it was very detrimental at the end, and obviously got finished for it. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful, man. That spin, that intentional 360 tornado kick miss into the spinning heel kick, the tadpole special. Shout out to EK Tadpole. I mean, that's just one of the best finishes you can get. One of the most beautiful flash KOs, I mean, that there is out there. But beautiful fight. But I think it is time to get into our women's bantamweight fight, Gyro Cal versus STK Cole. So, Vaughn, have you fought Cole, Vaughn?
Yes, I fought Cole. You know, he's a pretty good striker. You know, he's decent on the ground as well, so it's going to be cool to see how this matchup goes. I think I've seen Gyro Cal fight actually as well. He seems pretty good, so this is going to be a good matchup. I think that's, who is that, Anderson? Megan Anderson?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so this is going to be, you know, both of these ladies are tall, so it's going to be, you know, it might be a point fight we see here.
Battle of the reaches here, yeah, as, you know, ATB gets the fight pulled up for us now as we're getting into this. STK Cole in the red corner, Gyro Cal in the blue corner. They're in the Apex Arena. Smaller octagon here, so see if that is able to be put into play just a little bit, who knows. But right now we got respect coming from both people, and here we go. And you were not lying, Vaughn, about the reach. My goodness.
Yeah, they're both really tall, so this should, I don't think it would go to the ground, but if it does, I'd be surprised.
And yeah, both these picks as well, I use quite a lot of them. You know, GDR and Megan Anderson, just because they're like very tall, rangy, you know, got the Muay Thai, the boxing, all that stuff. These two women are usually my 4-star women's bantamweight mains, so yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see, like, you know, can Gyro Cal pull off some really good boxing combinations, and can Cactus Cole? Oh shit!
Nice slip the front kick into a hook right there. Lucky it didn't drop him.
And they're firing. They're really just letting it go.
Both these fighters are boxers, correct?
Durandamy is a kickboxer.
Okay,
and I think Anderson is a balanced.
I do believe, I mean, if I am correct, I do believe Megan Anderson is a boxer. I don't fight in the women's weights as much. It's why, you know, it's a little hard for me to call right here. But, you know, beautiful, you know, I'm seeing some calculated striking from both people right here. They both have a plan, I believe. You know, I think Gyro Cal needs to, you know, attack the stamina a little bit more of Cole. And Cole really needs to be wary of all these high kicks he's throwing. You know, one duck and the power of Megan Anderson could put him out.
Yeah, and Gyro keeps throwing that body kick inside the pocket. You know, it's not, oh, he gets a rock. Sits her down.
Beautiful sequence right there to get the rock and the drop, and that's four rocks and drops total already for STK Cole in this round. So, but he gets
caught her when
dropped
she
back.
went low. He caught her when she went low.
Was that a body rock? Or
it was
that
uppercut.
Okay, yeah. Then I also saw an uppercut to the body, and it was a hook or another uppercut to the body combo, which was a nice little finisher to that sequence right there. So nice damage done right there by Cairo to Cole.
Oh, little pool war.
Yeah, pull counter right there by Cole, puts him down.
Might be it. And she survived. She survived that.
Yeah, when you got two people like this, that mainly want to be on the feet, Vaughn, what are you doing in this situation after you get on the ground?
I mean, since there was only 20 seconds left, I'm going to look to finish the fight, especially after that rock. But it looks like, I think Cole just probably wanted to secure the round and not, open herself up for anything.
Quick mention. Thank you to Tim Coldwater for subscribing at Tier 1. He's one of our mods in OFC, and it greatly means a lot to him, to us. So thank you for that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him. What a goat. For all the help we can take, we appreciate it. All the viewers, all the subscribers, and everything. But back to this incredible fight here.
Yeah, Megan is letting those hands go early.
Yeah, and I'm noticing a beautiful jab coming out from Gyro right here, man, coming out in the second round. Really,
and something I picked up from the first round is, Megan, she keeps throwing that body kick inside the pocket. I think she's gonna have to be careful with that if Cole picks it up. Throwing the body kick inside the pocket really opens yourself up to, get either, spam hooked or uppercutted.
Yeah, 100%, man. I definitely went through my trials and tribulations as a kickboxer. I've eaten them hooks going in for a body kick way too many times, more times than I want to account for. But Cole, is someone that will make that read. So he is going to have to be careful throwing those kicks coming in. Both of them look like trying to pull there, and they both canceled it.
Yeah, and I like what Cole's doing on the feet. He looks pretty. As I say that, he gets a rock. He mixed it up. He went low. He went high. He's looking for the finish. He might get it here. And that's it.
Absolutely beautiful finish for STK Cole, putting out Gyro Cow. Absolutely dominated the first round, came in the second with a plan, calculated it out, and executed. Beautiful fight, great win for STK Cole. What are your takeaways from that fight, Vaughn?
It was a little back and forth, but I think GDR had the advantage, Cole, STK Cole. But I liked what Gyro was doing, as you said earlier, he was working the jab well. But I just kept seeing him throw that body kick, the body roundhouse inside the pocket, and I noticed that Cole was tagging him up every time he did that.
Right. Yeah, maybe, Gyro from here on out, maybe utilize, if you're going to use a distance fighter like that, utilize your teeps and your side kicks and your stuff like that instead of a body kick, create that distance for those hands. But either way, beautiful fight from both people. We saw some great boxing on both sides. But we are getting into our second ever Xbox fight in OFC. Brady, and we all know Brady versus TM Pip. This right here should be a fantastic fight. Kevin Holland versus Kamzat. So a virtual rematch of what just happened. So,
yeah, that didn't go too well for Kevin Holland when they.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen, for OFC 17, headlined by the PlayStation title fight, NBK GOAT versus Amazon VS. And this card is one of the most stacked cards that we have currently in the OFC history. But let's just go ahead and look at the prelim cards real quick. Starting off with Fight 1, a middleweight bout between Raw Baron versus TM Gangster. Fight 2 is Chino Dudes versus STK Diaz, a flyweight. Fight 3 is VS Smoke versus JC Gamer, lightweight. 5-4 is STK Mad Dog versus NBK Strainer at bantamweight. And 5-5, the prelim headliner, NBK Shrivasa moves to Xbox as he takes on B3 Gemini at welterweight. The main card opener, Fight 6, SVG Ali versus TM Perp, one of the commentators today. They'll both be fighting at featherweight. Fight 7 is NBK Kruger versus OG Traps at middleweight. Fight 9 is NM Liam versus Raw Dragon at bantamweight. Fight 10, NBK 2Sav versus TT Dino Gamer at flyweight. Then the main card headliner, Fight 10, is Raw Bacon, one of the former PlayStation champs, against TM Dreco at welterweight. And then for our co-main event of the evening, the recent PlayStation champion NBK VUK returns at light heavyweight to fight TT HUHU. And then obviously the main event of the evening, the fight week, all are waiting to see NBK GOAT versus Amazon VS. And my gosh, NBK GOAT put on a brilliant performance against his campmate NBK VUK. You know, he's got a heavy grappling style. You know, striking's up there as well. Constant pressure both on the feet and on the ground, and he's currently on a 4-win streak, which is absolutely amazing to see. And then we got Amazon VS, who's had a massive turnaround, in fact, recently winning against Raw Bacon, really putting on a statement that he does deserve this title shot. Striking is just simply pristine. You know, it's very crisp, very concise. He's got the block-breaking combos, and he has a high-volume pressure fighting style. And another thing as well, he also knows a thing or two on the ground. So very interesting to see how we can, deal with NBK GOAT's, very, very grapple-heavy style, using the now 5-star Alexander Volkanovski against legacy Conor McGregor. So, Perp, what do you think about this fight? Like, what really interests you about this fight?
First off, I just want to say, man, it's great to be here again this week at OFC 17. Always can't wait to commentate these great cards. But let me just say, first off, in this prelim section right here, there's 2 fights that really stand out to me: Raw Baron and TM Gangsta. I know what TM Gangsta's all about. He's great on the ground, good standing up. Raw Baron, some of the slickest subs I have seen in a long time, man. And then we got JC Gamer 599 returning to the ring after I think a break from competition, and you cannot sleep on JC Gamer. He's a big time well overall rounded fighter. I've fought him a couple times in the past, and he's just absolutely very, very good. He's going to be tough to deal with. And then whenever we get into this main card, obviously you cannot look past that NBK 2Sav versus TT Dino fight. We know that 2Sav is a savage coming from the NBK camp. We all know how tough those guys are too, and we all know what TT Dino is. He's one of the best in the world. It's really going to put 2Sav to the test. And obviously, when you get into these co-mains and these main events right here, it's going to be interesting to see the John Jones, Daniel Cormier fight right there between 2 elite grapplers. And then, of course, NBK GOAT 4-win streak versus Amazon. And we all know the improvements Amazon has made and the rise and come ups that he's at. So I'm stoked for this card, man, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, exactly. And enough talking now. Let's just head on to the first fight of the night. Both men promising an absolute banger of a fight. So let's see how well we can start off. And it's quite interesting, Royal Baron going with Damian Maia pick.
It really is a very I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just want to just reiterate, man, Raw Baron is one of the best submission artists that I have fought in a long time. It takes everything I have to get out of one of his submissions, and most of the time I really even don't. So using that Maia pick, if he does get it to the ground, it's going to be a tough night for Gangsta.
Yeah, and one thing about Rob Barron, I mean, there was one time I fought him at featherweight. I think I was like Aldo or something, and he chose Brian Ortega. My gosh, I could not deal with his combos. He fell so fast with his combos, and already going for a take. But nice denial though from Gangster.
Yeah, and if you notice right there, he actually faked the takedown and then shot it, and that's one thing you'll see Rob Barron do as he gets rocked by Gangster right there. I think I burped when I said that. My bad.
Yeah,
but big time rock right there by TM Gangsta that sets him apart right here in this round one so far.
Yeah, and this is the one thing I'm looking to see with Rob Barron, you know, because obviously Damian Maia's striking isn't exactly there. He's going to really have to be patient and, you know, not throw too many wing and punches or, you know, very slow kicks. But he can't allow Gangster to tee off on his head, though. He really needs to watch out for that.
I can't imagine Maia has the best health. He obviously probably has the best ground stats in the game. So I was going to say, look to get this one. I was expecting this one to get there early, but it looks like Barron already taken to the ground. But a denial on the armbar and a get up off the denial, that right there was pretty slick right there by TM Gangsta.
Yeah, and the one thing I'm liking as well from Barron is that he's just, you know, he's faking these takedowns as well, really getting Gangster thinking. And if I'm not mistaken, current version GSP has quicker kicks, I think. I'm not sure if I'm wrong there, but it seems like, you know, Prime GSP has the slower kicks but better punches, but then current GSP is the reverse.
That is a fact. The kicks are rated higher for the 4-star GSP, so he does in 4-star middleweight anyway. But he does have higher rated kicks, so the animation does look better. He does look like a retard throwing kicks as a prime version of him. So yeah, that's who I always pick. If I'm going to go GSP, I'm going to go the old version of him because there's not a whole lot of difference and you can kick.
Yeah, and this is the one place I would not want to be just on the ground in general, but he's landing some semi-decent ground and pounds. Obviously, his stamina kind of took a toll there as we have 10 seconds left. He's probably just going to coast on top in that dominant half guard position. And we end the round there, ladies and gentlemen.
Maia with those super great ground stats, but don't figure, I mean, someone in the chat can tell me, but don't figure he has the best ground and pound. So when he gets it to the ground, Team Gangsta taking that round one, by the way. But he is going to have to, you know, work with his submissions and stuff on the ground. And if he's going to do ground and pound, he's going to have to be really heavy.
Yeah, and also with the ground and pound, he really has to watch out for the lowest stamina that Damian Maia does have. But so far, I think Gangster is comfortable. You know, he's currently 10-9 up, in my opinion. You know, just completely outlanding Barron in that first round. But a little bit of teeing off from both men, and I really like Tim Gangster using those side kicks as well.
Yeah, 100%. And not only is he using the lead one, he's using the rear one too. So, and you know that's a really good one to make space and stuff, which is what he needs to do with Maia. He needs to be big time body shots.
Oh,
is this it?
Can he finish it right here? No,
just not enough stamina to get that ground and pound done right there. But TM Gangsta solidifying himself right here. You know, taking round one and taking round two so far. So TM Gangsta in a good position right here.
Yes, is very dangerous. He does get that little trip, knocking a bit of stamina. And head kick lands, puts him onto the fence.
Big time head kick. You can't. Yeah, man, you cannot time it any better than that. And I love how Team Gangsta is just continuously hitting that body with lead teeps, lead body hooks, those side kicks. He's really doing damage to the stamina of Damian Maia. And if Maia was to look for a sub, that's going to come into play a lot.
Yeah, it's very, very dangerous for Rob Barron. It's nearly 2 seconds. Oh, but he lands another clean head kick. You know, just when the guard drops.
Yeah, man. TM Gangsta was conditioning him with that switch kick as he just landed another one, and Baron obviously thought he was going to go for it again as he wants to protect that body that TM Gangsta's already messed up, and he lands it up high. So TM Gangsta coming in with the plan, obviously, and it is working to perfection. And that rear sidekick is doing wonders for TM Gangsta because, I mean, as you know, Lucy, those add up over time.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, and he just cripples him.
Another big-time rock.
Oh, and he sits him to the fence. Can he finish it now? But
I cannot believe that wasn't it.
Oh, this is...
yeah.
It's certainly over. TM Gangsta with the second round TKO. What a performance by him.
TM doing it for his camp right there, getting a win over the Raw camp. Big time performance by TM Gangsta right there, taking out the very tough Raw Baron. Perfect pick, in my opinion, right there by TM Gangsta to counter the Maya pick, and he just used his striking to his advantage, and Baron just really couldn't get anything going, and it's just a fabulous performance by TM Gangsta, possibly a performance of the night candidate.
Yeah, definitely did put on a great performance. Really nullified Baron's threat on the ground. Obviously, we know Damian Maya is absolutely, it's just stupid how good he is on the ground. Top or bottom. But either way,
scary.
Brilliant way, to really counter that. So, yeah, just nothing more than could say really. But anyway, we go on to the next fight of the evening. We got Chino Dudes versus STK Diaz, who was a late replacement. Can't remember exactly who it was he replaced, but there was some complications with that fight. But anyway, Diaz, who I accidentally forgot to put in the rankings. He should still technically be ranked, but either way, if he does win tonight, they'll definitely put him back up there again. But Chino Dudes had a great performance in his debut on the either on-air card or the previous air cards. Can't remember exactly, but going for a classic Lewis Smoker pick, who does have those lead and rear body side kicks that we saw Team Gangsta used. So
yeah, great kickboxing by Smoka, and that's what he's going to have to use to his advantage to get this fight done. And one thing I just want to say is, that's a big replacement right there, STK Diaz. As we all know, he's already picked up a win in the league that shall not be named, as it starts with an E, but not ECA, but STK Diaz, a big replacement right there. That's going to be a big time fight for Chino Dudes. It's going to be a big test for him, and if he wins, I have great hopes for him here in OFC.
Yeah, 100%. But anyway, let's get on to this fight. I'm really interested to see, obviously the ping's going to be slightly worse. Yeah, it doesn't look the greatest, but, as we all know, if you're playing on high ping, you do have to take your time. Obviously, your striking and grappling can be very difficult.
Yeah. Was there something said about the ping in this fight?
No, I think they just
got
on with it.
So
real DMF attitude that.
Yeah, so maybe they had really good connection. Maybe they had a little bit of lag, but they stuck through it. We appreciate you guys. You're bringing us this fight. We can't wait to get into it, and here we go. We got Chino over there in the red corner with Dotson with that big power and that kickboxing versus STK Diaz, and that is Perez. Yeah, 4-star leg kicks from Perez. You can't forget that right there. That's going to be big because Dotson has like an 80 switch stance. So if he can get Dotson to switch stances, it's going to be big time for Diaz.
Oh yeah, 100%, and already landed a brilliant head kick. It was thrown quite naked though, so there's going to have to be times where he does set up a little bit better, but either way, a little big shot, and like you said, need to work on that lead leg, but going for a takedown, which is actually quite weird. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, and I mean, that just might be, Chino saw that head kick landed. He didn't want to take any more damage right here at the moment, so why not take it to the ground where he feels a little bit comfortable? And I've always said, man, a wrestler's stats can be really good, but it really translates to the player itself when it comes to wrestling. So, yeah, it'll all depend on what Chino has up his pocket right here. Nice clinch work after they get up.
Yeah, I'm liking the fact that both men are utilizing the lead body hooks and the rear body hooks as well. They can be a very dangerous weapon if you set up the correct kind of combo for them. It is a bit of a shame that we can't see Diaz's health stats, but we'll probably tell obviously by the redness that may come on Chino dudes.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Good takedown as well.
Yeah, 100%. Good up kick right there by SDK Diaz, though, not letting Chino get back to where he wants to be, obviously.
Just winging out hooks and upcuts at the moment. Still trying to stick the jab on, still trying to get those slip straights. But obviously it is more difficult with the higher ping. But what's interesting right now, before you speak again, Perp, Chino Dudes is actually in orthodox at the moment, and obviously you said earlier switch stance is at 80 for John Dodson, so it's gonna be up to him to change to southpaw stance.
Yeah, and if you're gonna pick a fighter like that is a preferable southpaw, or even if you like to switch stances at all, you really do need to check the fighter stats and everything, because I wonder if he knows just how much power he really is losing in his strikes right now compared to what it would be if he was southpaw. So that just goes along with having good IQ as a fighter.
Yeah, 100%. Just what you were saying right now, but they're all landing some good shots though. Gets that uppercut, which I'm surprised he didn't rock, but if he was in southpaw, he probably would have. But he sits him down with a beautiful slip straight.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful, and we know a slip straight from Dodson is going. Was that a slip straight out of orthodox?
Sorry,
yes,
what?
It was. Yes, it was. So, that very well could have been a knockout if it was a slip straight from the other side, because Dodson has like 97, 98 power or something like that. So,
it's unreal.
If he would have been, if he would have been in his right stance, that slip straight, I think, theoretically would have done a ton more damage.
So yeah, both men now are their corners, trying to think of anything better to do as Yves Levine starts the second round of this contest and a touch of the gloves.
Yeah, man, after these guys, they got a good feeling of each other so far after this. And and just as we mentioned, that power from Dodson, Chino capitalized. I think he ducked the head kick right there and capitalized on that and just delivered a rear hook. Big time win for Chino right there as he puts down STK Diaz of the Showtime Killers camp. We all know what they're about. Big time win for Chino right there, man. That is absolutely huge, Lucy.
That was sensational, man. Like, I'm speechless because knockouts like that are so unexpected, and especially for a high ping like that, just absolutely amazing, man. And obviously, Chino just recently joined Vicious Strikers. Very good camp as well. So that is a great win to have for, I think, his debut fight in a new camp. So
I think it was his debut fight in a new camp, but that he is 2-0 here now, I think.
Yeah, he is now currently 2-0, and obviously.
But let's not forget. Shout out to SDK Diaz for filling in. That saved that fight right there. Tough loss right there, but big time stuff for him filling in for that fight. So we really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, 100%, and obviously he didn't have to take it. He did kind of know where his positioning was. Probably, my fault accidentally missing him out on the rankings, but. Either way, Chino Dudes, brilliant KO. I felt like he felt comfortable in the first round anyway, so definitely can show he can really hang with some of the best guys in this league, and just have to see where he goes from here. But anyway, we move on to the third fight of the evening: a BJ Penn versus Eddie Alvarez pick a lightweight. We've got
Love
another
that.
business striker member, VS Smoke, versus JC Gamer. I think both of these men are making their debuts, and you know, either way, you know, on prelims or main cards, we want to put on the best fight possible, and I think this fight, you know, will be very, very entertaining. Obviously, JC Gamer coming back to competition after a break.
Yes.
Smoke, you know, really competing quite a lot in different competitions as well, and hopefully, you know, if he gets a debut win today, you know, we're gonna have to see where this VS cammate will go. But let's head on to the third fight.
Yeah, man, and I hope I don't eat my words, but yeah, this is not the fight, ATV, but or it might be the fight. No, yeah, this is the fight. Yeah, I hope I don't eat my words about, you know, bragging on JC Gamer, but I'm sure I won't, man. He's always been really impressive. He's been a part of the community since I think UFC 3. So no stranger to the octagon, and a good pick and a good solid pick in Eddie Alvarez right here. But in return, Smoke in the VS camp returning with probably one of the most balanced fighters in the lightweight division in BJ Penn. So, and a quick takedown right there, which is where BJ Penn probably wants to be. So, yeah, man, there's the key to success for JC Gamer right here is obviously going to be keep it on the feet and, you know, use that striking and do not let BJ Penn get that really good BJJ going on you.
Well, he tried getting the back, but it's quite dangerous right now. Obviously, there was a couple of denials from top sprawl, and obviously, if you're in bottom sprawl, it's not going to work out. But JC Gamer is trying hard not to let his back get taken, which is very dangerous against the Prodigy. Oh, and he tried.
Oh man, yeah.
I was his back.
Yeah, a big time backpack right there, and a denial by Smoke. Obviously can't go for the rear naked choke right there, so takes the back again. You know, let's see what he does. Let's see how he works from here. Obviously going to work that ground and pound to make JC Gamer not think about that transition that he wants to get to try to get to that back flat, I'm pretty sure. But another big denial by Smoke, and an armbar locked in.
Oh, already going for an armbar. But
yeah, it looks like JC Gamer is calm and definitely going to get out of that one. But I'm seeing a lot of big time denials from Smoke right here, man. So this it looks like he came in with a game plan himself, and it's working so far.
Yeah, it is very good to see you know, fighters making game plans, really preparing for a league fight in OFC. But powerful shots landing so far.
Yeah, big time slip hook combo from JC Gamer, followed up by an overhand. But BJ Penn rocks him, breaks the block, sits him down. Big time slip there. Yeah, no, big time slip saves JC Gamer right there. Was that bobblehead right there?
He needs to work on the blocking, but he does get that slip, and you know, very, very smart to stand it up. Even if he does have a dominant position, you know, Smoke VS using BJ Penn could have definitely gotten a dominant position as we head into the last minute of the fight. Good slip up there, though.
I'm really surprised these aren't rocks by JC Gamer, as he is landing slips and stuff very flush on Smoke right now. Big pull elbow,
but does miss.
Yeah, doesn't get a rock off of it, but big time damage, I'm sure, done to the head health of Eddie Alvarez right there.
Yeah, definitely, and the first round ends there. I do think this was definitely a Smoke VS round. That 10-9 so far.
Yeah, 100% Smoke did win that first round. I expect JC Gamer to stay composed, though. Maybe come out with a couple adjustments. We'll see here, though.
Yeah, and JC Gamer is a very good player, but he does get rocked,
and he gets put to sleep. Put to sleep with the straight lead hook right there. Absolutely sick. JC Gamer trying to box in the pocket with Smoke, and I think Alvarez probably might be the better boxer fighter, but Smoke showing that he just has the skills to fight in the pocket with boxer fighters and win.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that with that as well, JC Gamer leaped into that lead hook as well. He tried moving off an angle. The angle was still very tight, but he just unfortunately chose the wrong side and just got his neck twisted and just KO'd just like that.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm having a couple technical difficulties, so let's get into this next fight, and you can go ahead and set that up.
One of two Xbox fights on for today, ladies and gentlemen. We got STK Mad Dog versus NBK Strainer. Mad Dog as well, I think, is currently ranked 14 in the PlayStation division, but unfortunately his PlayStation's had a bit of trouble. So he's moved over to Xbox, trying to make somewhat of a run there. And NBK Strainer, he's very, very good player as well. A lot of great guys in NBK who are currently competing in OFC. So it's very good to see, a whole camp just supporting particular league. So
100%, man. I love all them guys at NBK. They're a bunch of good guys. Shogun is the leader. Shogun is my boy. Me and him go back in the day, but NBK, I joke around with Shogun talking about how many people he's got, but they really do have an army of players over there, and they're all really, really good. And I'm also very glad to see them competing as much as they are in the leagues as well, because it's really good to see these camp versus camp fights, man. It really makes it that much more interesting.
But yeah, enough talk as well. Let's just head straight on to the fourth fight of the evening.
And there's something to mention about this one. This is Mad Dog. Mad Dog recently leaving TM to go to STK. So this is new camp for Mad Dog. So let's see how he does representing the STK group right here.
I think he joins STK a little while back though, isn't it?
No, he probably about last week he left TM. He was probably talking about it if he thought that he'd already joined then.
Yeah. And as we know, Song Yadong has gotten a 4.5 upgrade, so he will no longer be able to be used on the OFC prelims. As we all know, is 4 stars. Cody Nochin Garbrandt is against Song Yadong.
And Cody already eating. But a big time combo there from Cody. Delivering that big time power right there. But I've also noticed that Mad Dog is landing some nice stuff on Cody's 87 chin right there. So, another big slip right there. These guys are going at it. I can't even commentate fast enough.
Yeah, Mad Dog is landing something, but then at the same time, brilliant lead uppercut stuns him.
Dude, that was absolutely beautiful. Strainer ducked a straight, and then Mad Dog had the IQ to throw an uppercut, and that landed a big blow for him, a big-time rock. It seemed like it took a while for Cody to recover, so that is huge.
Yeah, and that is definitely worrying as well, especially seeing as it's only been 2 minutes of the first round, and both men are really just going for their heads. Like, there's no kind of pause to go for their body. It's just flat out, just give me your head kind of thing.
Yeah, these guys are just swinging and banging is pretty much all I can say to it. And Strainer puts him down right there with the power of Cody, and he's giving Mad Dog a lot of troubles right now. Obviously with that 5-star jab and straight as he's lighting him up, but Mad Dog landing a few nice slip straights too. So Strainer needs to be aware of that counter.
Yeah, and if I was one of them, I wouldn't be pressing too much, especially if I was Cody Garbrandt. Obviously, we know he's got brilliant boxing combos, but at the same time, if you're not thinking about your defense, you could be put to sleep any moment, just like we saw with the Chino and STK Diaz fight.
Right. 100%. Hold on just a second.
So yeah, Perp's just sorting out something, I guess. But brilliant stun, and sits him down. Mad Dog gets back up.
Beautiful stun right there by Strainer, and he's racking up the stuns right here, Lucy. So if Mad Dog can't, another big straight
sits him down.
Yeah, and that slip straight from Cody might be big time knockout from Stack Guard.
NBK
Stack Guard
in the first round knockout.
Yeah, doing it for his camp, taking one from SDK right there. He had the chin of Cody, but he handled it. And he ate some tough shots from Mad Dog. Mad Dog was really, they were really both wanting to throw. But NBK Strainer right there with the mean boxing of Cody, and just gets it done with that heavy ground and pound there in Stack Guard, man. Big time win right there over a very competitive opponent in Mad Dog. So I'm gonna love to see what he has going forward in OFC.
Yeah, and just absolutely brilliant way to kick off the first of two Xbox fights. And we go on to another Xbox fight, NBK Shirivasa versus B3 Gemini.
Cannot wait for this fight, man.
Yeah, and in my opinion, Shiri was saying he would like to try and go on a little run in the Xbox division. And obviously, no fault of its own, but Xbox is quite shallow, so finding the right opponent is slightly more challenging than obviously finding the right one in PlayStation. But he wants to do it anyway. Using he's using Jorge Masvidal, Gemini is using Conor McGregor, who at any weight is just so good.
And
brilliant.
We also can't forget the qualifications it takes to get into a camp as B3. So Gemini, obviously an elite player. I figure he's going to be a menace with Conor McGregor, but good counter pick with Shirivasa with the Jorge Masvidal pick, both 4 stars. This is going to be a battle of the strikers, and I'm expecting Gemini to do a little bit of block breaking here.
Yeah, and Gemini is a very good opponent. He can also play on both PlayStation and Xbox. But with sign-ups or whatever, I just gave him a shot at Xbox to see how far he can go up. But anyway, our prelim headliner should hopefully be a certified banger, just like a lot of other fights that we have in store for tonight.
Yeah, 100%, man.
So yeah, McGregor versus Masvidal. This is definitely a fight I want to see in real life. I don't know about you, Perp.
Yeah, then that
makes sense, if boy Masvidal can sort out his legal issues,
Yeah, if McGregor comes up back to the welterweight division, that probably would be one of the biggest UFC events of the year, possibly even a couple years. Jorge versus Conor, not a bigger money fight than that, man.
So yeah, we get a touch of the gloves.
Yeah, as we get in this first round, and already firing off are both of them. Gemini.
Step down.
Yeah, Gemini. Oh, he tries to pull and eats a head kick for it, but Gemini's showing his dominance in this first round so far.
And here's the thing for Shirivasa, he really needs to calm down. Let Gemini throw at him and try and counter. But at the same time, with a guy with the stature that Gemini has and all his skills, is a very tough opponent to have on your debut. So just taking your time if you're Shirivasa and just not getting hit. Use the 4-star boxing Jorge Masvidal does have. But even though he's got knocked down, he's just swinging. He's not scared to swing.
Yeah, and I love these kind of fights, man. Just big time brawls, and it's first one to just get that big time clip. And we'll see which one that is, but right now it's looking like Gemini has this one under control. But a big time elbow from Shirivasa.
Oh, both. Just both.
Breaking
And
the
guess
block of
what?
McGregor.
This is the boxing combos on show right now.
Yeah, Gemini smartly covering up right there, knowing that his block was high enough to where he could survive that ground and pound without trying to posture up or sway, playing it safe right there. So he can get back up to the feet and work this big-time striking that he has going with McGregor right now. But Shuivasa, in his own right, handing it back just as strong.
Yeah, and just like before, with the other fight against with Strainer and Mad Dog, just swinging for the absolute fences. Doesn't matter if they land or whiff, they just keep on going.
Yeah. And you know what? That is big time uppercut. And you know, we really like to complain about this game a lot of times, some of the stuff that goes on, but that's what makes this game fun, man, is whenever you have two opponents fighting on stream that are just going to go after it no matter what and give a show. So shout out to these two people, and this right here is already shaping up to be a fight of the night contender.
Yeah, 100%. Just like Strainer and Mad Dog, both fights doing absolutely brilliantly, and we have a minute left now. One thing I do think Gemini should do, if Shuivasa whiffs on a lot of shots, just work the body. Oh! Brilliant!
He's right here. Yeah. And it could be it. Oh, no, we was one shot away.
He just doesn't have enough.
And Shuivasa tried to go for the spin kick to the body right there to create some space, and Gemini wisely sidestepping. Big time ground and pound, puts him to sleep. Conor McGregor, B3 Gemini for the win. 1-0 in the Xbox division. That puts Shuivasa at 0-1. Big time win there for B3 Gemini, man. Put it on for his camp. Another camp battle right there between B3 and NBK. And I don't know about you, Lucy, but that was a hell of a performance.
Yeah, definitely a fight of the night banger, you know. Both men got the stuns and rocks and knockdowns and all that stuff. And with 10 seconds to go as well, Gemini finding the stamina he has left to really just pummel Shui into the ground.
Yeah, and you know those B3 boys do not like for it to go to the judges. They are going to scrap with you. They're going to throw, and that's what B3 Gemini did. And he was just a better man today, and just as simple as that. We know Shuivasa will come back even stronger, ready to go. Maybe at PlayStation, maybe at Xbox, we don't know. But hopefully we can keep B3 Gemini here as well. Big time performance by him, big time win. Congratulations, Gemini. But it's time to introduce the main card, Lucy.
Actually, just before we do,
my bad.
Yeah, we have obviously we have the unaired fights back. I think this is the second week they've been back, and we made a couple of changes to really ensure that everyone does get their fights done. So let's just quickly run through. Just to
clarify, ATB, I mean not ATB, Lucy. We are going to do a little bitty comms over these unairs, but not a whole lot, right?
You can do that.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, before we get into watching the unaired highlights, I just want to run through all the fights that we've got. So we have VS Josh versus STK Reaper. Josh coming back after unfortunately an unfortunate run, going 0-3, so winning against STK Cole should be a great fight. Definitely put him back on the right track. That will be at lightweight. Then we've got TM Deathman versus Nassim at welterweight. Nassim also 0-3 at the moment, so if he can win against Deathman, that will also help him go on the right track.
Right.
Next fight is Rafa versus JCG. That would be at lightweight. Then we got STK Reaper versus Dome Rage at middleweight. We then got Starsler versus Nucci. That'll be at featherweight. And we got TM Co versus Zed Corbett at middleweight. Then we've got Hollywood Mud and the only Prince at bantamweight. And then the last fight is obviously Habibi versus Kyle Workor at welterweight. You know, both these two men as well.
One thing I just want to say, man, before we get into these, is say thank you to all the unaired guys that did get their fights done. Last week we only had a few of theirs get done. This week it looks like quite a few of them got done. But another thing I want to say too, man, some big names in this unaired fights. STK Cole, TMJCG is a new one to the Mafia camp. He's going to be something to watch out for. STK Reaper on the unaireds. And we got a Raw guy, and one more guy I see on there is Kyle Workor, and he's a good fighter as well. So these should be some really good unaired fights.
Yeah, definitely. And let's just get straight into watching the unaired highlights. It will be the last minute of each round. So
who is who right here?
So Bibi is Tony, Kyle is Jorge.
Yeah, and this one has 3 minutes left in this fight right here. I don't think it's going to go to decision, so let's see what happens right here. Let's see if Kyle can pull one out or if Habibi gets it.
It looks like Kyle's definitely on the receiving end on some bad punishment, but as soon as I say that, he gets a knockdown.
Oh, big time.
I don't know if you could call this a commentary curse, as it is pre-recorded, but another knockdown to the fence. Can he finish him right here?
Yeah, and it looks like this is the end right there. Kyle Workor taking out Habibi, who beat me 2 weeks ago. Beat my McGregor with Ferguson striking. I'm going to have to get that one back one day. But, yeah, Kyle, big-time win right there, unranked. Climbing up divisions just a little bit right there. So
he was in the rankings before. He went on a I think it was a 3-5 win streak, and then he unfortunately lost his next 3 fights after that. So this win against another former ranked opponent, was really done him well, and could potentially put him back in the rankings. We'll just have to see.
100%, man.
Yeah, and hopefully he will.
Well, one thing I need to say real quick is Shogun, if you're listening, man, my fight is after these unaired, so we will need you to hop in after these are done, brother, if you are listening.
So yeah, let's head on to the next unaired highlight. We got Hollywood Mud, who recently joined NBK as well, against the only Prince. Mud is Jimmy Rivera. Prince is Cody Garbrandt. And he's putting on some great pressure right now with his striking. It's very, very interesting to see a Jimmy Rivera pick, go toe to toe with a brilliant boxer.
Yeah, I mean 100%. Oh, I'm having a little trouble with my stream right here. Okay, I got it.
Oh, brilliant overhand. Hurts him.
Nico, NBK Mud better than what his record suggests here in OFC. He's had a rough time in the OFC so far, but big time duck and roundhouse right there, beautiful, and just a little straight right there, not even at perfect range. Puts the only Prince out in NBK Mud, getting his second. He's 2-4 now, so He's making up ground on the rough record that he started out with. But right here, I'm excited for this one, man. It's a new addition to TM KO right here. Very excited for his debut. He shows a lot of promise, and he's elite, and he's already put down Z. I'm just going to call him Z in this fight right here. So, and he's rocked him again.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's set at 5 rounds. We specify time and time again, set it at 3 rounds.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching this, we'll give you a warning this time. But after this, it especially if it's on a main card for the show. It does have to be 3 rounds if you aren't in the championship round. So good thing this one probably ended before that, but yeah.
So basically the rule is, even if it does end. Brilliant lead hook though. And TM
knee on belly, ground and pound, puts him away. Big power from the Gastelum hands. TNKO already making a statement right here in OFC, and I'm telling you, watch out for this guy. He is something to be reckoned with.
And because it is unaired, we'll be, a little bit more lenient, seeing as it is 2 debut guys. But before we start the next fight, ATV, just pause it for a sec. So obviously the rule is, if it's set of 5 rounds, even if it is finished before 3, it will still be required to redo it again. But for the unaired, it'll be slightly, more lenient, but going forward will be
and because that was their debuts is one reason we will be more lenient. If it is not your debut, we might not be as lenient. So
yeah, let's go ahead to Starslow versus Nucci.
Starslow versus Nucci. I actually have a fight against this guy in another league, so.
And I do know a thing about Starslow. I think he is also NBK. So the NBK boys are really putting on a show for both the aired and unaired cards, which is very good to see.
Oh,
so we speak
big time
about
question mark.
Yeah, obviously we speak. Oh, but he tries to go for the 2-step kick,
and he pays for it. Yeah, man, that
be really crucial.
Death kick.
Wow.
And that 2-step kick, it's a high reward, big risk. Another death kick right there. Yeah, man. Nucci right here looking like he's got this. Is he going to finish it right here? No, he does not. I'm thinking he's going to end it right here in this posture up right here. Big time ground and pound landing. And that is it. Nucci, NY, I think his hand's probably from New York, possibly. Big win for TKZ right there over Starslow. Go ahead, Lucy. Sorry.
No, it was Starslow who won his record.
Yeah, Starslow. My bad. But Starslow won that.
I don't know, but it was Starslow who won. But brilliant way to win on your debut as well. But anyway, on to STK Reaper versus Don't Rage.
And this will be. Raw Don't Rage landed on STK Reaper, and STK Reaper, a big time person in the UFC community, known for being pretty good in his own right. So this would be I think this would be an upset a little bit if Raw Don't Rage does take out Raw Reaper. We'll see, or STK Reaper. We'll see right here.
So Reaper looking like he's staying patient, trying to use the boxing, and obviously current isn't the greatest. Obviously his prime is unbelievable, but
his prime is unbelievable. But would love to have seen even using Robbie. You got to go for the leg kicks, but he ducks the head kick and puts him out with Robbie Lawler. STK Reaper making a statement on the unaired cards right there, Lucy.
Yeah, of course, that was going to be the knockout, man. As soon as I see, the whole stamina bar just drain after a head kick, you just know that hook is coming. Even if it's with like a 3.5-star James Vick, like you're gonna get KO'd either way. But wow. Great. What statement and what a great first win for STK Reaper. He did lose his debut, so currently 1-1. And we'll just have to see where it goes. But on to the next fight already. TM JCG against WLG Antonakis.
Big time. But he gets his back taken right here. but a rear naked choke applied. I think this was talked about in ATB right here, the rules. This was fight 6 in the unaired. This is illegal. Anatonics. I think he does escape, so there's no. But this is a warning. So none of that anymore. No more rear naked choke attempts.
If Antonakis does win, he will be DQ'd for that, because that is something we can't allow either way.
Yeah, and going for it twice. He obviously didn't read the rules. It wasn't a mess up. He's going for it. So yeah, a warning right there for ALG. We will see how this one turns out right here. But right now, if he does win, TM JCG will still get the win.
Yeah, it's such a shame, because even on aired cards, you still got to follow the rules. Like, if you want to be on the air card, then this is something you have to watch out for.
Yeah, and this might be it. As terrible submission D right here. And, I wouldn't be so harsh right there, but, you got to follow the rules, man. And right now, you got to work on that. You got to get in the lab and work on that joint submission D right here, because he is making it too easy for TMJCG to get this armbar right here.
Either way, JCG gets a great first round submission in the first round as well. So
yeah,
definitely really good to try and get
always big time whenever you can get a first round submission that really makes a statement with what you can do on the ground. That's another person we'll want to look out for is TNJCG. He's mainly a calf fighter, but he rocks with the regs as well. So it'll be fun to see his OFC journey as well, man.
So now we got TM Deathman versus Nassim. Deathman, I think went on a 2-5 win streak, then lost his last 2, and Nassim is obviously has another unfortunate start to the league at 0-3. So a win to either man would be really good tonight.
Yeah, and a big time spinning elbow early on for Nassim right there with Tony. Shades and blades. We all know what those elbows can do. Nice duck right there from TM Deathman.
And yes, I think as well. I think with Tony, he got downgraded, isn't it? So he's now a 4-star at welterweight.
Yes, he did get dropped down just a little bit, but that does not take away from the elbows and stuff that he possesses. Big time rock again for Nassim. Deathman playing from behind right here. But a big time rear hook.
Yeah, Deathman really needs to show boxing prowess when he uses Jorge Masvidal. Get out.
Slips the front kick and delivers a slip hook. Oh man, can knockout of the nights be on the unaired?
I'm actually gonna think about that.
Yes, can be.
Yes, man, because that right there, you literally almost can't have a better counter than that right there. That was absolutely beautiful. Shout out TM Deathman. That was a big time counter right there, and that was beautiful to watch. Amazing win.
So yeah, I'm gonna make it official from OFC 17 onwards. We're now gonna have an unaired highlight of the night, and just basing it off of the current ones we've seen, I do think Deathman does win that, but we'll have to see the other fights.
Yeah, we'll have to keep that into consideration, but not even into the main card yet. So it will be interesting to see what what the main card brings. But just, beautiful stuff with TM Deathman right there. It doesn't get much better than that. It looks like VS Dosh is doing big time work to SDK Cole right here.
Yeah, the one thing I respect about SDK Cole is the fact he's using Mark Jacasey.
Man, I didn't notice that.
It's such a shame that Jacasey has literally no health stats. Like, I'll be using him all day long. He's such a sick fighter to use. Guys like him. And
How many ducks and counters are we gonna see in this card right here? That is the third or fourth one right there.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
And yeah, that's a big time drop. You could tell by the animation when he fell down. He crumbled.
Oh,
he crumbled right there. Yeah, VS Josh just letting him up. Obviously wants to highlight KO. Big time straight puts the Kasi to sleep. Maybe a questionable pick right there by STK Cole, but that's part of the game. VS Josh picked a better pick, and he won the fight. Big time win there for VS Josh, Lucy.
Yeah, 100%, and I think that's definitely a highlight of the night potential as well. Just because he was just always onto him, it was kind of like an impending sense of doom if you really pay attention to watching that. So, great win for Josh. He's now 1-3, and it's going to be very interesting to see who to actually match him up against, because a lot of our guys, are doing really well. Even if they've lost a fight or two here and there, they're still somewhat up in the unranked rankings if you compare like that. So yeah, I've away. Brilliant set of unaired fights. So good to see everyone complete them as well. And yeah, anyway, let's just have a quick recap of the main card, ATB.
Yeah, I just want to say, Shogun, if you are listening, my fight is coming up, so if you can hear me, unmute yourself and get in comms, brother.
Yo, bro. I'm gonna need like five.
Alrighty.
We need like five.
That's fine.
So yeah, just looking at the graphic real quick, how to help OFC grow. Obviously, follow our Twitch channel, subscribe to the Twitch channel as well, donate little bits and that here and there. It really does help out the league, get more revenue to bring you better quality streaming experience. Invite other friends that in the UFC community to watch our shows, and yeah, it's just as simple as that. Supporting the league will really help us out, especially if it's by Twitch channel or by boosting the server. So any little thing to help out really does help out in the long run. So let's get on to the main cards, Shogun. So obviously we've got fight 6.
I'm still here too, Lucy. I just won't commentate my fight.
Okay, yeah, no worries. So yeah, obviously fight 6, we got one of the go-to OFC commentators, TM Perp, fighting SVG Ali.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, Ali went 3-0. Back when OFC was really coming into its own in Discord, but he had quite a long layoff, and unfortunately did come back to a loss against NM Liam, who'll be on later on in the card. So this fight as well, two guys who are really good, and especially Perp, the record doesn't quite speak of how good he can actually be. So this fight will really show, is Perp back, or is Ali gonna, get another win? So
yeah, one thing I just want to say about this match before going in is I knew SVG Ali was a great opponent. I knew that I had struggled here in OC just a little bit, had a rough start, going 3-4. But I knew I had to give it my all. I knew that he was going to try to grapple me going Ortega and stuff. So, I played my heart out. I did my best this fight, and I'm not going to spoil anything. We'll see how it goes, but you guys are in for a treat.
So yeah, that's some very encouraging words. But just a quick rundown of the main card again. After this fight, we got NBK Kruger versus OG Traps, NM Liam versus Raw Dragon, who replaced Monkey Gods. There was some issues with scheduling for that fight, so we just had to replace.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we just had to replace, the person, whatever. Then after that is Tusab versus Dino, Raw Bacon versus TM Draco. Co-main, we've got VUK versus HUHU, and then obviously the main event, Goat versus Amazon. So anyway, let's get on to SVG Ali versus TM Perp, and I'll be joined by Shogun Killer for this fight. I think.
Yeah, I think he said he needed 5 minutes, so he will pop in as soon as he can. I'll try to be as quiet as I can, let you do your thing, but I might say a couple things just because you probably don't want to commentate all alone.
I think I'm gonna have to, but either way,
yeah.
Ping, ping, quite obviously a normal ping. Europe versus America. So there's not going to be too much delay, but
connection was very solid.
Yeah, Pettis versus Ortega. As we know, Perp is probably one of the best Pettis users out there. Obviously, we've got other guys who can use him very well, or Pappy, for example. So anyway,
yes. Shout out to Rob Pappy for his Pettis.
Yeah. So anyway, we start off the first round. So already Perp trying to go for that kickboxing range, really utilize that spinning body kick as well that Showtime possesses. Tries to go for a T, but slightly out of range and already initiating clinch exchanges and going for a takedown, but greatly denied by TM Perp there. Nice switch kick lands as well. And this is something SVG Ali is going to have to be wary of. The body kicks can be absolutely lethal. And we're using Brian Ortega, striking is there, but obviously the grappling is absolutely unbelievable. I saw in real life, he nearly caught Alexander Volkanovski twice in very deep and tight submissions, especially that guillotine on top.
Yeah, I'm not going to commentate over this at all, but I was very shocked to find out whenever I was fighting SVG Ali that I thought Pettis might have the better boxing, but it really is a toss up because Ortega does have good boxing in the pocket. So
yeah. Anyway, get back to this fight. Ali's trying to stay patient, trying to use those lead body hooks as well. But really has to be wary of Perp using the spinning body kick, and he finally gets a takedown on top.
There's also a stun right there. So.
Can you hear me, Lucci?
Yeah, I can.
I should jump until the Shogun come here to commentate. So I will help you to commentate this match.
All right, boys, I'm here. My bad.
Okay, perfect.
All right, here we go. Right there with the backpack. Yeah, I seen Perp getting nasty earlier with them kicks, man. Hitting them high, hitting them low. That was nasty.
This is very dangerous to allow a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt to have your back. But great work for Perp to get into full guard. And goes for the Kimura, I think it is.
Ooh.
I think
very nice defense on Perp. Anyway. I think both gentlemen have the rubber guard, and smart thing, Perp gets back up to the feet, gives him that spinning back kick.
Yeah, we got 20 seconds left of the first round. Does seem like a great performance by TM Perp, but does kind of need to be a little bit wary of the high kicks, the spinning body kicks that he's throwing, because the stamina might, slowly start to go down if he's whiffing even more. But obviously, it is a 3-round fight. You can slightly, exert yourself a little bit more than what you would at the beginning. But I'd say that is
round, man.
Yeah, I'd say that is a 10-9 Perp round, to be fair. But just got to see, can Ali use the speed that Brian Ortega has, and can he get to the ground and really put on
Look at Perp being the pressure guy, though. Look at him pressuring him.
Yeah, this is the Perp we like to see. Not a 3-4 guy, but
keeps him using that southpaw stance, and there it is. A nice chain combo.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this shenanigans? Who told me we can do this? Who told me we can do this? What is this? What is this?
No, that's not allowed. What was that? I think he was trying to go for a standing gilly.
No, but the whole thing with walking him around and draining his stamina and then going for the stuff like what is this? But anyways,
that's not allowed as well. Even if you do bring it to the ground, it's still classed as like a standing guillotine to start with, so that is illegal. It is such a shame because
on his behalf, though. That's true.
It is a shame because Ali does have great ground game as well, and he denies that the backside transition.
And denies the get up, going for a sub
Goes
again.
for an armbar, and Perp's stamina is very, very low at the moment. Ali needs to capitalize on this. But is this submission offense there though?
Perp got that good defense though, so
yeah,
nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah,
Perp,
you know, obviously.
Are we like the bobblehead? Is that something too? I don't know.
Obviously not commentating my own fight, but Pettis does have 98 submission defense, which helped me out a lot versus Ortega.
Oh, how did I do that? Okay. Got a 6.
Oh, and a Kimura attempt as well. But it does look like Perp is going to get out of this once again. Goes for that chain. Really,
man.
Brilliantly done to try and get that armbar. It is looking quite close. I do think Perp's going to get out of this quite easily, though.
I think that's his one of his only chances to see if Perp gets up as he's supposed to. Yep, right back at the feet. There he is. It's just that I think his style is very unorthodox, and he's not able to capitalize on it. And you catch him switching stances as well, trying to avoid the kicks that are coming at him. That Perp's throwing out, working the liver, going high, going low.
Yeah, 100%.
Mixing it up really good.
But he's landing some great strikes, especially uppercuts. I think Perp does need to keep it at that kickboxing range. You know, landing great body kicks like that, just ever so slowly damaging the body as we have 20 seconds left of the second round. And this is what I mean. He does need to be careful of that spinning.
There he is. Yeah, if I'm Ali, man, I'm looking to stay right there in the pocket and move from those kicks. You don't even need a side step. You just need to move away from it like he just did right there, and how he just totally went past him.
Yeah, true. And it's the third and final round. You know, both guys damage each other's heads, damage each other's body, and it's just who will get the first knockdown of this fight. And I think whoever does get the knockdown will probably win this fight.
Just to reiterate, I didn't get a knockdown, but in the first round, I did get a spinning heel kick, Rock.
Yeah, but obviously the knockdowns are very crucial.
Oh, there it is. Got him to the body.
Yeah, this is the good thing about spinning body kicks. If you move right into it, it just absolutely cripples him, man. Just literally like kicking the guy into the liver is not going to be nice at all.
Oh, that was nice. He could have set him up with a nice sub right there. Look at Perp.
Oh wow,
Perp jitsu right there. All right, I see you, bro. There you go. He made him bite hard. He just needs to deny this, and he got it. He was too quick on the draw, man. He was too slow on the draw, but he knew he knew how it was.
So it looks like Robot Shogun Killer is back again. Obviously, here's our work. But Ali tries to go for an armor, but I think he already knew, that's going to be a bit of a mistake.
Oh man, he needs to get out of that top mount, but he got great bottom control.
Yeah, he tries to land some ground and pound, but unfortunately, most of it was blocked. So it was quite smart to stop it right there and then. Gets into bomb sprawl. Will he try and stand straight back up? No, he can't. Tries, and he gets that back take. Is he going to look for another?
Hey, they're back at it on the field. And see if it denies the turning takedown. Oh,
that's the trip. Yeah, and the stamina of Ali is really starting to get depleted with 1 minute and 30 seconds left of the third and final round. Perp really needs to use the body kicks as well. Maybe get another body rock and potentially a knockdown from that rock.
Keeps him honest and pushing him back. It's looking nice.
Minute left. Both men really need to go for it.
Ooh, that was a nice
really,
little chain.
Yeah, 100%. And Ali really needs to start going for it, but he's got to be smart. He doesn't want to get caught with a crippling body shot again.
At this point, Perp is just throwing wherever he wants, and if he lands, because he already knows he has him.
Yeah, and going for a takedown this late in the round, I don't think you're going to get much out of it. So, but does land a couple good ground and pound shots to get a significant strike up.
Correct.
And we go to a decision. This is going to be very interesting to score. I think.
Yeah, man.
One of the rounds.
I think Perp gets it, man. When it comes to significant strikes and actual damage, I mean the ground control time was there for Ali, but was there anything actually done in it? How far did he get in his submissions? As far as the different levels in it, like.
I think Perp does take it. You know, Anthony Pettis looking like he's definitely won. But
I made sure to let the recording run as long as it could because I thought, you know, this is going to be a close one right here. So
it looks like Brian
let the judges show. Yeah. He did great work on the ground, man. But a split decision going to me right there. SFG, I just want to say respect to that man. He showed me nothing but respect afterwards. He did great groundwork. It really kept him in that fight. I think he also got a rock in the stand-up versus me, I think, once in there. But great fight versus him. I really needed that win to get back up to 500, and, you know, couldn't be happier to get that win, man. Is really just all I got to say about that. But just super amounts of respect to SFG Ali. I can't wait to share the octagon with you again, man.
Yeah, definitely. I think a little controversial was a split decision. I do think you definitely won that unanimously, but yeah, very, very interesting to see. Obviously, EA judges can be a bit hit and miss, but either way, what a brilliant fight from both of you. So
I might have broken every single electronic thing I owned if I had lost that fight. I'm not gonna lie, but
I would be surprised.
Yeah. The judges not on crack during this fight, so good call by the judges, I think. SFG did good work, but enough talking about that fight. You know, I don't like to pat myself on the back, but good win for me. I go to 4-4, even my record back up at 500. SFG goes to 3-2. Obviously, big implications for the PlayStation rankings. Let's go ahead and talk about this next fight, man.
So yeah, I'm going to, if it's alright, Shug, I'm going to step away for a bit. I don't know if you've got time to do some more fights, but yeah, so I'm going to leave it up to Perp and Shogun Killer now. I'll probably be back to the main event, so boys, do your thing.
We got it, Lucy. Thank you so much for commentating my fight with Shogun while I decided to step away and introducing the card. You know, you're also a GOAT commentator here as well, so always love to have it whenever you're free and able to commentate. So that's always good right there. But me and Shogun, one of the dream teams right here in the commentary booth, coming at you right here. We have this next fight coming up. Always love to see NBK Kruger fight. And, you know, he's got a good boxing background. Going with Jared Cannonier versus, I think that's a Vittori pick in the OG Traps. So, yeah, give us a little more background on NBK Kruger there, Shogun.
Oh, man. As far as I know, he plays the lighter. This is shocking for me to see him way up here in middleweight. So even to see him in middleweight would be shocking. I mean, no, welterweight. But
five weight classes must be added to your sign-up. So he has to pick between 5 of them. So he's gonna have to fight up there a little bit.
Yeah, this is a little bit him out of his element. I'm just curious to see how he uses somebody that has the power, but not quite as quick as the type of people that he would normally use.
Yeah, and ATV, go ahead and get this fight brought up. But yeah, go ahead, Shogun.
Well, yeah, we're gonna see. I mean, we got the typical wrestler versus the striker type deal right here, and let's see how much of it actually hits the mat and how long and everything goes down with it here.
We can't forget the kickboxing of Jared Cannonier or the power, but we also can't forget the chin of Marvin Vettori, as I don't know what Traps is doing sitting up against the fence right here. But as he's sitting on the fence, let's just say I have been campmates with NBK Kruger before, so I have fought him quite a bit. Expect some good boxing pressure, some nice shot selection. Just a very good overall, well-rounded fighter, in my opinion, man.
And Vettori has that stamina for days.
Yeah, I wonder if Traps was just sitting back there, literally just waiting for him to come to him.
Maybe they were possibly setting up the stream, both people, as a just in case situation. Yeah. That's one thing.
Big time rock and a spear that just shows, Traps wants to go with the, mainly the wrestling base, as he gets a rock, but instead of going for the finish or something, goes for the spear against NBK Kruger, and right now doing good work on the ground here, Shogun.
As he should, man. I mean, all of his stats and his attributes and his perks all cater to grappling on the feet, as far as the clinch or the ground. So using that workhorse, using less stamina, which already caters to him. I mean, he's basically middleweight Colby Covington, if you think about it, as far as the chin and the stamina. I mean, their stats are and their perks are almost identical if you look at it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Big time denial there by NBK Kruger, building up that grapple advantage. But OG Traps getting a big time denial right there. NBK Kruger getting the quick get up against the cage. Can he stop the? OG Traps pulls him down and takes the back. Obviously can't go for the rear naked choke, but let's see what he does from here.
Patient, staying calm, and trying to build up that GA.
Yeah, just delivering a few love taps to each other right there. And, NBK Kruger, if he wants to win this fight, with only 3 rounds to work, he needs to do something with what's left of this round, get back up to his feet and deliver some damage to Vettori.
He needs to at least match it with another rock in order to make it about even, because there's not too much stuff going on the ground. It's almost a lay and pray type situation. Unless I see this guy posturing up and hitting on the block or hitting any clean shots, it's just control time. The judges remember is what happened earlier, and some people can lose fights like that. They can think they're gonna win on control time and not do too much anything on the ground or go for any submissions, and the guy that has less significant strikes ended up winning because the judges went off what happened on the feet.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It does go off damage mostly, we are learning, but it looked like from the stats shown right there, OG Traps barely pulling that one out, has the 1 rock, but tied significant and total strikes. So NBK Kruger not out of this one. As long as he can keep it off the ground, I believe he's in a good position.
Yeah, man, they're staying in the pocket.
Yeah, a little bit of lag right there, but they're not letting it bother him. Big time rock.
Oh, another crack on him.
Yeah, a kick thrown a little bit too close to the body, and OG Traps takes advantage of it. But NBK Kruger delivering the big time hook.
Yeah, man. Delivering a nice knee to the midsection, kind of calm him down a little bit there.
These guys are making some great reads on pulls, but they're just not capitalizing on them.
Right. It'll be way beneficial for the guy with the 97 or 98 power to get that 1 pull. But And then again, it's a great counter because Vettori has that chin. Take it. He may not even get it. They got the combo off of it, damn nearly.
Exactly. You know, Vettori probably has one of the best chins in middleweight. Does have one of the best chins in middleweight. You know, he is the counter pick to lots of people counterpick him against Robert Whittaker. That says a lot about him. But you know, Jared, it's Kruger. It's interesting. Kruger going with the 4-star pick here, as he could have went. You know, Whittaker or something, which maybe it was banned or something. I don't know. But he could have had a 4.5-star fighter, but really not a whole lot of 4.5-star fighters besides, you know, Whittaker and Yoel Romero and Costa in the middleweight division. So.
Yeah, I would have to say middleweight division has the most 5-star, probably.
Yeah, and we got
they have the most 4. They have the less 4, 4.5. They don't have.
Well, 100%, man, and you know, I just want to take this time to first off thank all the viewers that are watching right now. Tune in, all the support we can get, we love. And, you know, we love that you're here watching us today. But, yeah, pulls guard right here. But, you know, NBK Kruger, going for a sweep and gets it. I was just about to say, man, if Kruger could get to a dominant position and let some of that ground and pound rain down, Jared Cannonier's ground and pound is no joke.
Replay.
Power carries everywhere for the most part.
Yeah. Hey, you know, just so the viewers know, man, how you doing today, Shogun?
Man, I'm all right, man. I'm doing chill, man. Over here, got to get over here on lunch.
Yeah.
Made it for the main card. I missed some of the other good fights that I heard about them. I heard they were pretty damn good from what I was hearing.
Everybody, you know, in the chat, you know, be thankful to Shogun, man. He makes sure he commentates when he's at work on lunch and stuff. So he does what he can for this league. We really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you very much, Shogun. But NBK Kruger getting a big rock that he needed. Yeah, he needed that rock.
Is this the second or this the third now? This is the beginning of the third? Or second?
I was gonna ask you, homie.
I think we just restarted right now, bro. I think this is because they have a good amount of stuff.
Yeah, this looks like second round stamina, but big time ground and pound. But he gets reversed. This could be bad. He has the stamina. Oh, he denies that armbar. Good job. But he did have the stamina to get out of that armbar pretty easily. I don't know what Jared Cannonier's submission defense is, but I don't use anybody with terrible submission defense, so I wouldn't know what that's like.
But yeah, man, this is starting to be coming down to the wire basically in this.
Yeah, and you know, no offense to OG Traps, no offense at all. He's a great fighter, great wrestler, but he's also striking NBK Kruger, and I didn't know OG Traps to be like a huge striker. So OG Traps putting on a really good showing right here. You there, Shogun? As we wait for Shogun to get back, Vettori does take the back right here. OG Traps doing a very good job of keeping this one on the mat where he wants it to be and keeping that dominant position. But you know, as me and Shogun said earlier, it is about the damage that is caught.
Ooh, it cracked him one time right there, and he reversed him back.
And we got Shogun back in the building. He's in top mount and has that huge power in the ground and pound, and he lets him up. Oh wow! And gets a pull elbow for his counter. That is the fifth knockout of this card, Shogun. So,
baby, straight.
bro, that is the
Yeah.
fifth knockout of this card where someone ducked a roundhouse and delivered a hook and knocked him out. And not only that, he was hurt. I think he had just barely recovered
Right.
whenever he ducked that kick.
Right.
Performance of the night, knockout of the night, all that is going to be so difficult. These guys are delivering such great fights. Tough loss to OG Traps. He did a lot of good work on the ground right there. But NBK Kruger, yeah, man, I know you have to be proud of NBK Kruger after that one. Making the read and delivering the big-time power hook from Jared Cannonier, putting that huge chin of Vittori's to sleep.
Right.
And I can't say enough about that, man. That was big-time, Shogun.
Oh, yeah, brother. You can't get any cleaner than that when it comes to a counter. I mean, we've seen that other one from earlier as well with that slip teep kick, man, with that hook. Oh man, you guys got some work to do.
Yeah, for real. We're gonna have a tough time figuring out. Please, after this card, guys, give us maybe a day or two to figure out who's going to get all these awards. But I love to see the NBK guys doing good. I love all those guys. Great respect over there at that camp. They're doing great things. Big time win for NBK Kruger. OG Traps obviously going to come back strong as ever. Also want to mention OG Traps. To our crowd right here, to our viewers, OG Traps is another new staff member in the OFC, and he is doing a lot behind the scenes during the shows for OFC. So if you can, give a big shout out to Traps right there. He has had a tough loss. He will come back, but he's doing great things for the league itself. But that is it. Big time win for NBK Kruger. Obviously, a bunch of big wins in here. Gonna have some work to do on the rankings, but man, this next fight coming up, Shogun, Raw Dragon, and we all know how Raw Dragon is. The man loves to strike. Versus NM Liam, and we all know about him too. This right here is going to be a banger. The classic Connor Poirier matchup. What do you see going on here, Shogun?
I say a whole bunch of swinging and banging. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot of slips, a lot of slip hooks, and some fancy picking shots of Liam. And I wonder if he's gonna. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of rhythm striking. Actually.
Yeah, and we are in season 19 of OWC, and obviously OWC not the biggest thing, but NM Liam staying on top in season 18 as the #1 person in the world. He made a statement last week. He's looking to climb up this card. Nothing to do but get in this fight. Let's pull this fight up, man. I am so excited to call this one. If you're Dragon right now, facing one of the better players, arguably in the world, man. What's your keys to success using Dustin versus Connor?
I know that I got the power just as well as he does, but I know I have the stats as well on my side. So I would be staying in his face and using my footwork when it's needed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too opposed to Raw Dragon. Raw Dragon with the Connor pick, my bad, and NM Liam with the Dustin pick. If Raw Dragon, starts landing those heavy teeps that Connor has and lands some nice striking, I wouldn't be surprised to see Liam use that BJJ and that ground striking stuff that Dustin Poirier does have and can use very effectively against the Connor player.
It'd be a big win for him then if he can best him on the feet with Connor.
Yeah,
and from what I remember, is a good Connor player, really good. So
Yeah, man. Raw Dragon cannot be slept on, man. I remember being in the party with y'all that one night playing him. He's nothing to joke around with. He knows what he's doing. Good fight IQ. But NM Liam has publicly made a statement saying he is making his way towards the belt. He's part of the No Mercy camp. He has all the tools to do it. So this is a big test for Raw Dragon right here. Probably be one of the bigger wins that he's had if he does get this. But right now, both guys being very smart with their shot selection, not getting wild, and being pretty safe.
Not missing. After they're hitting something. After getting checked, they're not wasting anything.
Yeah, the stamina showing, the stamina reflecting that as well, man. Still nice leg kick check there by Dragon.
There's no
kick. He's checked about 4 of them now. So Raw Dragon, on top of the ball right here in this match. Looks like he's come out with a game plan, which he was going to need against the NM Liam right here. So. But NM Liam puts him down.
Oh, cracked him.
Yeah,
a little 1-2. Right
yeah, you were talking about expect some slips, and unfortunately, Dragon slipped into a hook right there, and we all know those hooks are devastating from Poirier. So got put down right there.
Just like I said, man. For sure.
And this is not
just securing the round right here, basically.
Yeah, but this is not where you want to be if you're Raw Dragon on the ground with NM Liam with the Dustin pick. So this round is coming closer to an end, but it will be interesting to see.
Oh, damn.
Because Raw Dragon has had some success striking this round. So it'll be it'll be interesting to see if NM Liam wants to completely take that away and take this to the ground for round 2.
He has the tools to do it if he wants to, but like you said, he's coming up the rankings. He's going to make a statement, and then when he has to showcase it, he'll put it on display for everyone.
Yeah, and another thing, go ahead, Shogun, sorry.
This fight is all about pressure, making the name, and letting everybody know, putting everybody on notice.
Yeah, for real, man. A lot of people probably think, oh, NM Liam's got this one in his bag. No, Raw Dragon is a fierce competitor himself. He's 1-0 here. NM Liam is 2-0. So this is a big fight for Raw Dragon as he puts NM Liam down with a big straight from Connor right there. That's big time, and he's breaking the block down of Liam pretty well.
Yeah, he was really good at that too, for sure.
But in the pocket.
Oh my God! Oh man, he's just shaking everywhere. He shook. This isn't over.
He's got to get off that. He's got to get off the cage or move the head or throw a knee to back him up or something. If NM Liam is pressuring up against the fence, because NM Liam, one of the NM Liam probably one of the most experienced. Probably better fighters in this league.
Now this is how we secure rounds right here. He already messed him up. I mean, it's 1-1 far as the rocks, right? I don't know if he got a body rock at the other exchange.
Yeah, so he gets the rock first round. I think they match rocks this round, and securing the round right here, doing good body work. Just showing great fight IQ.
At that time. Right. And they're playing off a pendulum. Like I said, it's a rhythm fighting type thing. They're not just being all sporadic with their strikes. They're woof.
Yeah.
Is that another one?
Liam getting another rock, and now a drop. Oh. Yeah, Liam enforcing his will right here in the second round. And, nice takedown. Late takedown denial from Raw Dragon.
Right.
That also shows the fight IQ from the competitor. As he nails him with the high head kick, eat that foot, Dustin Poirier, he said. Oh man.
Clipping the toenails, bro. He was like, put that in your mouth.
I hope he clipped his toenails.
Oh,
Yeah,
a little
man.
GMP
Right.
McNasty timing right
Man.
there.
Raw Dragon
Oh,
put
man.
up a hell of a
That
fight,
was a
but
damn good
it,
fight, for sure.
it was against one of the best players in the PlayStation division right now, and NM Liam. So that really does show the statement Raw Dragon still made against NM Liam right there. So he does go to 1-1, but if that is not someone you want to see match up next to you whenever you get that, whenever the card comes out. So he did make a statement. He did obviously lose a tough fight. Congratulations to NM Liam. Both of them fought back from adversity. NM Liam obviously fighting back and winning, overcoming the adversity the most. But yeah, big time win for NM Liam. And do you have any more comments on that fight right there, Shogun?
It was just awesome, man. It was just so hard. It's so hard to try to use McGregor now that he's a 4-star against Poirier. But man, that man put on a show.
True.
Like Dragon did.
Like
I was impressed.
100%. And we're going into this next fight, and one of my favorite returns in the UFC community is NBK 2-Sav. Couldn't see him going to a better camp in NBK, as like Shogun, we all were in LW back in the day. He sticks loyal to his team over there, and he's facing one of the better players in the world in TT Dino right here. But Brandon Moreno, 5-star boxing combos, like 98 punch speed, versus the infamous Mighty Mouse, man. If you're NBK 2-Sav, man, what do you got to do to win this fight?
For the most, he has everything as far as the tools. He has the power. He has the block. As far as the bulldog perk, I mean, just stay in his face, pressure, protect your legs, and actually wrestle. That's it.
Wrestle, yeah. So, ATB, let's go ahead and get this fight pulled up. As you know, this is probably one of the most besides the co-main and main, this is one of the most anticipated fights on the card right here. Dino TT, the OWC ranked god, pretty much, losing like 20 fights per ranked season out of like 300 fights, which is absolutely insane. But can never count out NBK 2-Sav, as we all know what he can do in the octagon. It would have been nice if you'd have been able to see him before he took his break. He was still a savage then. He's still a savage now. So here we go as we get into it. Nice glove touch right there. Show respect. But yeah, man. One thing I'm looking for, Shogun, is who's going to shoot first. Are you there, Shogun? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like the speed is there for Mighty Mouse. He just don't have the power. So you don't want to, drain yourself just hitting at that block, because Moreno has the bulldog perk. So it'll be a waste of time unless you're hitting clean.
I don't know very, very well right off the top of my head. I know it's like 98 punch speed for Brandon Moreno, but I think he has like 94 punch power as well. So decent power along with the 5-star boxing combinations. And we all know Dino's going to know how to use those to his crap. I lost my words, but Dino is going to be able to use those very well. It's going to be up to 2-Sav right here to make good counters. But Dino sidestepping her front kick right there and, delivering that hook right there.
Man, these guys are just flowing. Feel like they're on skates out there, brother.
Yeah, I was really expecting Dino to shoot by now, but he has not, electing to stand up and strike with 2-Sav until until he feels like he can't anymore. But with the 5-star boxing combinations and boxing speed, he does have the advantage striking, I think. So Dino TT feeling very comfortable on the feet right now. But as you know, man, you're an NBK. You've fought Tusav a lot, so have I. The guy cannot be counted out. He can put you to sleep at any time.
Right. But then again, like you said, certain picks for certain situation with fighters ban. Like to see do some grappling, man. Like, I mean, if need be. I mean, if not, just making sure that you just get your significant strikes and get out, like that one right there.
Yeah, you know,
with the less stamina.
I'd love to go look what fighters got banned after this, because probably Figgy or TJ Dillashaw, because, you know, Brandon Moreno and Mighty Mouse probably the better picks in the flyweight division overall.
If you use them all the way around, they could be a savage. Like,
as
a balanced person.
Yeah, as we see right there, TT Dino raining down the heavy ground and pound, and that's going to be something that's big for Moreno right here.
Yeah, man. You know who's a sleeper? Freaking out, nobody messes with. I think he's actually better than Figgy, man. Freaking
Oh, Figgy? Yeah, man. Figgy.
Hannibal, the guy, the other guy. What's his name? I forgot his name. But
KKF?
Hannibal.
Kaikar France?
No. Nah, Hannibal.
I don't know off the top of my head.
He just beat Perez. He just subbed him like immediately in the first round. And
he
he beat Figgy. Yeah, I think he beat Figgy. He just went up to 4.5 stars a little while back after he subbed Perez.
Okay. He's probably a wrestler or BJJ fighter, so I haven't looked at him.
But going back to this right here. Oh, is he gonna get? Oh, this is not where you want to be at right here. This low.
Man,
ooh,
he had the posture. He keeps trying to posture up to get that rear naked choke, because he knows the rear naked choke is legal, and he gets it locked in. And this is where Dino's dangerous. But he lets it go smartly to not lose.
He said no, not now. What's this one?
No, Shashi. Yeah, NBK Tusav doing good on the submission defense right here against one of the better submission tactic fighters in the game, in my opinion.
Lunch. Just on lunch. Yeah. But I think maybe you took it over there or something.
Yeah, Shogun talking to, obviously at work, talking, so right now I'll take over. Dino laying some big top mount ground and pound right here. Broke the block of Tusav. Tusav not able to block those final shots. Head health blinking. Dino has him right where he wants him, and he gets him in the arm triangle. Little stamina for NBK Tusav. And right now, as long as Dino can stay away from the denials, but NBK Tusav denied.
Oh my god! That was nasty. That's where that G happens, right? That's where it really. Oh my god! Yeah. Help! Yeah. There it is.
And puts him to sleep on the ground and pound from the top mount of Brandon Moreno. Another big win, 4-0 for Dino from Team Truth. NBK Tusav has had a very tough competition the past couple weeks, because he showed that he is such a tough competitor. But NBK Tusav going 2-2, and NBK Dino ranked 15 at 3-0. That just shows you the competition here in OFC and how hard it is to get into the top 10 and particularly the top 5. So big win there for Dino TT. He'd probably go up in the rankings right there. He beats someone that is ahead of him. He will at least get up to a number 11 I think. But yeah, NBK 2 Sav going 2-2. He will be back. Hopefully, I always love to see him fight. It's always a pleasure. But Dino TT, one of the best in the world. There's no arguing that. Gets the job done. What are your final thoughts on that fight, Shogun?
For the most part, Tusav did everything that he could, and it was very smart and strategic what Dino did, and that's why he is who he is, and has the win-loss ratio that he does when it comes to these leagues and on playing online ranked. Everything that he did with the setups, with just attacking, and draining the stamina when he had the stamina advantage, and making it think that it was going to be a stamina war going from that first round, and then switching it up. I mean, he has a wrestler, and expect some type of wrestling at some point. Everybody just forgets how good because his hands is good, and they think people just go in there and just break Brock. That's not his MO right there, So it was legit.
Correct.
Everything from start to finish was very well thought out and well planned on Team True Dino's end, and I enjoyed it. Clearing it up. Tusav dipped out, bro. So Tusav is not in.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, not taking Hollywood the loss from.
Yeah, Hollywood never.
Obviously not taking the loss too well from TT Dino. Hopefully he comes back. If not, OFC will continue to push on. But time to get to this next fight right here. Raw Bacon, a past champion in this league in the welterweight division. Kobe Covington versus the Gilbert Burns pick from the Mafia's TM Draco. And we call this guy the Count. Big time counter fighter. He makes a living out of it pretty much. He sits back and waits for that big counter. Has decent wrestling as well, which is what I figure Raw Bacon's going to come out with the Kobe Covington pick versus the Burns pick, who has great boxing plus great BJJ. So let's go ahead and get this fight pulled up. If you're Team Draco fighting the Chaos Kobe Covington right here, what is your keys to success? Are you keeping it standing, or are you not shying away from the ground there, Shogun?
Being a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu person, if he doesn't have, I don't think he has great takedowns. Most Jiu-Jitsu guys don't, unless they possess power. So I think Burns might have like a 90 or 92 takedown. But either which way, if I'm using Burns, I know I'm good with subs for the most part. And
submission defense.
I'm gonna welcome the ground game if that's who I'm picking. If I'm gonna utilize him like that, but maybe he's just using him to box because he is labeled as a boxer.
Yeah, nice takedown defense right there to start off the match, man. And that it's always a good feeling if you want to keep it standing to get that very first takedown denial. Gives you a little bit more confidence. Another big denial right there.
And
takes it down himself.
Reverse psychology right there, right? Oh, you want to go to the ground? Okay, let's go to the ground.
Yeah, exactly, man. But Raw Bacon, no stranger to the ground, gets a quick reversal, flips him over right there, gets in the top mount. You're probably not going to get that get-up denial versus Raw Bacon. So, it's going to be interesting to see how Bacon does on the ground here versus Draco and how Draco defends it.
So far, nothing really happened in top right there. There's a lot of blocking and, a little stiff arm right there. Not getting anything going, so he's still in a good space.
Yeah, man, 100%. And, one thing else I can't forget to mention is, Bacon always been a staple in the community as a very good player. Draco making his rise up in many, many leagues right now. He is becoming a very elite striker. His counters are off the books. So he'll be something to watch out for before he I don't want to talk about ECA, but before he got banned from there, he was 4-1, and we all know how hard that can be. Always, look out for TM Draco as he makes his climb up this card, as he is ranked number 9, and we do know it is that hard to get into the top 10 of OFC. But right now, man, what are you seeing on this groundwork?
Saying them get up like you're supposed to, and making what you call it, very uncomfortable getting rocked like he's supposed to, and giving them these hands. That's what I like to see right there.
One thing Draco will do that really surprises me but works is he sits up against that fence and waits on you, man. And he made a read and delivered that high kick, and really it made Raw Bacon eat it. And that's going to do a lot towards the judges right here.
I'd like to see him switch back to Orthodox as he's fighting in Southpaw with Gilbert, so he can get all this power back in his hand.
He's in Southpaw right now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to see him going back to Orthodox where he gets all of his power back, but he's matching Kobe, kind of making Kobe feel comfortable with it. And there it is again.
Stopping the takedowns, but twice now, stopping him and then taking him down himself.
Little cheeky elbow right there. You see that?
yeah, man. And Team Draco really, I think he's really making Raw Bacon think about going for that takedown, man.
Yeah, I mean, there was some success. He had his moments on the ground. But again, was there a lot of significant strikes when he was having his control time? So I have to look back at
I'd have to look back to see it at the damage, but Draco I think he got the one singular rock in that round, so maybe 1-0 to Draco. Who knows? But also, when he stopped those takedowns, he got those big takedowns himself. So the takedown advantage going to Draco's side. Draco comfortable in this fight right now. So let's see how he continues to progress right here.
Yeah, he needs to be worried about that head kick. You never know. Bacon might make a read and duck it, and it could be all bad for him.
Yeah, and you also can't forget with Kobe Chaos Covington, the crane kick, the question mark kicks, the flying knees. Just all those crazy kicks that they don't have great animations from Kobe Covington or great kick power, but he can surprise you with something wild out of nowhere. So that he needs to be cautious of Kobe. Deserves the name Chaos Covington.
I'd like to see him be both of them. I'd like to see him be a little bit more patient when they're doing their transitions on the ground. They're just denying one and transitioning right away, and they're counseling each other out. That's why we're seeing so many great reversals and rolling around here on the ground. And right now is favoring Bacon right here, man, with this nice, making them eat these elbows for dinner and lunch. Maybe a little bit for breakfast right now.
This could be it. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Gets him inside saddle, gets a few denials, and delivers elbows on that block until it was gone. Raw Bacon showing his dominance on the ground. Raw Bacon, a former champion, had a little trouble. He's 6-6. He's 7-6 now. But Team Draco put up a hell of a fight. If I think you can agree there. Team Draco will be back. That's not someone you want to be matched up with. They don't call him the Count for any stupid reason. He showed that he has it on the ground and the stand up. But big win for Raw Bacon right there, going to 7-6. Going to shake up the rankings a bit right here, as that was a number 9 versus I'd have to see that again, but let's pull up this co-main card right here and talk about this, Shogun. We got a John Jones versus Daniel Cormier. So NBK VUK ranked number 1. He's not the champion. He's he will get a title shot if he wins this fight. 6-1. Yeah, heavy grappler style, heavy grappling, deadly top control as we've always seen. It says undefeated, but he is 6-1. And you know, HUHU TT. We've all seen him in the past. We know that he's sick anywhere it goes on the mat. Ranked number 6, also a grappler, killer combos, elite grappling, pressure fighter, and he's 4-1. And you know, one thing you cannot sleep on, Shogun, is the boxing of Daniel Cormier in this game.
He's one of those short dudes that possesses nice speed and power. As long as you're in the pocket with him, you can get the job done. It's crazy how he could just chain combos together. You're just like, what the heck just happened? As you're getting rocked for his
and the body shots, some of the better ones I think in the game from DC, but Jones obviously having some of the best health stats in the game. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this fight, man. As we've talked about this enough, you know, this is 2 Hall of Fame fighters right here. Jones not yet, but he will be in the Hall of Fame. DC recently inducted into the Hall of Fame, and not for any slight reason. He very well deserved it. You know, double champ, and you know his stats reflect that. But it is going to be interesting to see how he deals with VUK's heavy ground pressure with John Jones.
I'd just like to say something as well about, you know, these 2 fighters. You know, VUK obviously looking to cement his place as number 1. HUHU, you know, he asked for a top 5 opponent, and there wasn't really anyone else I could give him except for, you know, VUK. So if he can win tonight, this will be a massive, massive win for him. You know, definitely in title contention if he does win against, you know, such a dominant fighter like VUK. But either way, like, what's it called? John Jones doesn't actually have the best striking. You see, it's like punch power, punch speeds, etc. They're all like kind of in the 80s, so it's really just his, I'm guessing, his health and grappling stats. But then obviously DC has got brilliant grappling, so it's really interesting to see this fight. And yeah.
Yeah, you know, you can't sleep. Obviously, we don't want to throw too many of them, but you can't sleep on the elbows of John Jones or the kicks. You know, he's got that frontal assault perk, so you know his teep, side kicks, front kicks and stuff do a lot more. But he's got the death kick as well. But one thing you really don't want to eat from Jones is that spinning elbow. But if he does get it to the ground here, you know, it is a fairly well matched up ground statistic fight here, Shogun.
Yeah. Like you said, and they're already back at it on the feet, though. So, like, that's what usually happens when you got 2 grapplers. They usually cancel each other out and end up staying standing for the most part. So.
Yeah, you know, NBK VUK, I'm noticing, is using that jab really well, and that reach with Jones. You know, Jones, as we said, not the best striker at all with the boxing, but has great range with the kicks, and we're gonna have to see if he uses that here. But TT HUHU, you know, Lucy said he asked for one of the top fighters, and you know that just shows he has the confidence. He's shown in the past that he is as dominant as just as anybody in this league. So yeah, big implications for this match, and this is absolutely huge right here.
I'm liking how HUHU's also using the Superman punch as well. So I think, to be honest, I actually think that's a great way to, you know, set up some combos. Really, like if you time it correctly, then it should set up some really good combos. But anyway, VUK No, yeah, VUK doing some good ground and pound with the elbows as we end the first round.
Yeah, looking like NBK VUK and John Jones winning more categories. I think one tied with HUHU TT in his significant strikes, but NBK VUK taking that first round right there. HUHU needs to, be a little bit careful right here and, try to get this round back, Shogun.
I'm looking to do a little bit more grappling and get inside that pocket, as the other gentleman was saying about, setting it up with the Superman punch. That could be a nice, indicator, like, he's going to go for the Superman, and then cancel it and shoot a double leg or something.
Yeah, man. Sorry, Lucy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was also going to say, like, that would actually be quite great, like setup for a takedown. Like, obviously you got the basic one like jab takedown, but you can also use a Superman punch, like do a fake. It's like literally quite a high. What's it called? Oh, but never mind though.
It's getting wobbly. Ooh.
Yeah, HUHU TD putting on that infamous pressure that he has. And one thing you don't want to sleep on, man, is Daniel Cormier. HUHU has obviously done a deep dive into his character and looked at the moves that he has. Daniel Cormier, no slight of the moveset that he has, man. He has a jumping roundhouse, a spinning heel kick, a switch, a really good switch kick, Superman punches. So Daniel Cormier, really, he's one of the best wrestlers in the game, but a really overall rounded fighter, in my opinion.
You know why? Because he disrespected Popeye chicken.
Oh my goodness.
I don't like him because he disrespected Popeye chicken.
And that's Shogun for you folks. But that's why we love him. That's why we keep him on comms. But man, right here.
Yeah, go ahead, Perk. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, VUK just showing right here on top, holding this position, and he won round one, and if he keeps holding this position and does well on the ground, HUHU is gonna have to get a finish going into the third round right there. Nice fakes from HUHU TT. I think he had the crucifix, but he fainted it right there. So very interesting.
The good thing as well with HUHU, like, we've seen a lot of him kind of grappling as well in different competitions, but he's primarily a striker. So VUK is definitely winning these ground game exchanges. So the best chance for HUHU at the moment is to really tee off on John Jones's head, use some of that power that DC does possess. And obviously he was a heavyweight as well, so he's going to have more power even. So very interesting to see, like, will HUHU keep a standing, or will VUK just continue to dominate on the ground and go into the third round?
Yeah, and as you say that, Lucy, I think HUHU has to keep it standing, or if he's confident in his ground and pound, and if he's confident that he can keep a solid, a solid top mount position or something, he's going to have to keep it standing here and try to look for the knockout on Jones, which would not be easy. As we all know, Jones has probably some of the best health stats, but he rocks him right here.
Staying in the pocket.
Rocks him up against the cage.
This is where he's going to shine. If he keep VUK right up against that fence and not get clenched up, it could be a good deal for him. He needs to just stay in the pocket, and he's seeing success in it every time. I think in round 2 it happened for him as well. He got a stun.
Yeah, 100%, man, and that stun will go a long way. As I did not notice this, but it is a 5-round fight, and it is supposed to be a 5-round fight. So HUHU down 2 rounds, but can make it, but can win the rounds if he plays it smart. the rest of this fight. So, but Shogun and Lucy take it for just a second.
But yeah, man, he's doing everything right, attacking that body, trying to get the stamina advantage later on in the fight here. And let's see if VUK can get the drag down right here.
I think he will, to be honest, because obviously VUK is really, really dangerous with these clinch exchanges, the grappling exchanges, really making up for the lack of striking that John Jones does have. But at the same time, HUHU is really damaging. Is landing really damaging shots. So yeah, it's still quite safe for both men though. Sorry to continue talking, but a minute and 30 seconds left of the third round. We do have a possible fourth and fifth round to go. So I don't know if this will go decision, but we'll just have to see.
Both looking good as far as stamina management goes. They haven't really drained themselves too bad, so. Ooh, yeah, caught him with that cheeky 12-6 elbow right there.
Oh, that's a John Jones specialty, that.
Oh, but it was getting nasty there for a second. It was getting real nasty.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that was a nice combo right there. Push kick or to the switch right there.
Oh, I love using that as well. They're
and it was crazy because he used the rear one instead of the front.
Yeah,
nice.
It's such a great combo to use, especially if you land it correctly.
Yeah.
But anyway, we go into the fourth and fifth round. Obviously, it's not a title fight, but co-mains in pay-per-view events are now 5 rounds, just to clarify.
I might have to give that one to HUHU, man. I think that was a very saucy round from HUHU right there. I liked everything that happened in there. I want to see him get more in the pocket and stay in his face, and he's going to see more success as he's hitting VUK like that right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I am back, guys. I had an important phone call to answer right then, but I am back. Have I missed anything significant?
I think HUHU did a lot of great work in that last round, honestly, and I like to say this about any and everybody, especially when they're using wrestlers. Everybody has a great top game, but what happens when you're on the bottom? That's the main thing. So, I mean, HUHU might be surprised of what happens if he's on top. I would like to see him utilize it more, especially with him using an actual.
Yeah, and another surprising thing that I found out, man, about fighters when I've looked into their stats is a lot of wrestlers that have great top control don't have that good a bottom control. So, it really is all about the user and what they can do there. But big time rock from HUHU.
There he is, staying in the pocket, like I said, using little baby T-Rexes.
Yeah, and if John Jones needed to move the head or get out of the pocket there, and he wisely stuck his arm out there to create space. So just shows you the fight IQ of NBK VUK and getting rocked, but he takes it right back down to the mat.
It just shows as well. I might be wrong, but VUK is really. I don't think VUK is comfortable at all with the striking. I think he just wants to get to the ground because that DC power, man, it is very
big time ground and pound right there.
It's most definitely gonna affect him a lot more, just because when he's in the pocket and he has a shorter reach, man, he gets the most from his strikes being right there. Whereas Jones, when he's throwing, he's crowded and he doesn't have power as it is. So his best shot is to get off his GMP on the ground from HUHU if he's not going to play at range.
I'm getting.
So yeah, some good control by HUHU. Does try and go for that knee, but it is blocked. And this is what HUHU does need to do. He needs to be careful of his stamina, but he also needs to land some absolute bombs inside.
You never know. Spinning elbow.
Shogun and Lucy, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you guys. Can you guys finish these last 2 fights without me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Everybody that's watching, thank you for tuning in. This has been Perp in the commentary, as always. I will be here. I'm gonna be here as usual, always. But I do have to run, and I apologize. But yeah, Shogun and Lucy got y'all. Thank you very much, and I do gotta go. So bye.
Oh, brilliant spinning elbow.
Oh, there it is when I was calling it last round. You never know. All the stops get pulled out right now. Everything goes.
Another rock as well, but for HUHU this time.
Man, these guys are going at it and getting gas right to the belly. Oh, give this man some toilet paper.
Oh my gosh. That must
There
hurt.
it is. Oh, right up in the Pillsbury, right? Oh, no boy.
Yeah. But damn, honestly, I would not want to be hit with with one of the switch kicks and then the spinning body kick, man. Just would absolutely just shut your body down.
Right, well, just the perfect icing to go on that cake that you just ate.
Yeah, 100%. And they're kind of gassed out though.
Right.
But
they're both in that situation though, somewhat.
yeah. But HUHU's definitely lacking it now after those body shots, man. Like, he's been absolutely crippled by them. 3 minutes left of the 5th and final round. Oh, and then knee inside the clinch.
Oh, this is when it goes all downhill.
Oh, crunching, Matt. Just absolute crunching body knee, man. Yeah, HUHU is very... Oh!
The lead, what was that, a lead or rear hook?
Slip. It was a slip elbow, I think.
Oh my gosh.
No way.
Yeah, man. They
a fight from the number one contender, putting away DT HUHU in the 5th round. My gosh, what an absolute war that was, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, just slip that uppercut and just bam, elbow right on the temple.
Wow, that was nice.
But yeah.
Hey man, that was a good show for both gentlemen right there. HUHU really showed that, you know, he's for sure should be right there in the top 5, top 3.
Yeah,
from our top performance.
Yeah, definitely has cemented his place right now as the number one contender. And obviously we got other guys. I don't know if we have a graphic for the rankings, but either way, there's other killers in the top 5 in the top 5 of the division. Let me just quickly have a look at the rankings now. So obviously VUK is number 1. Amazon is currently ranked number 2, gonna have his title shot against GOAT next up. We've got Bacon keeping his spot in the top 5.
Nice.
And we've also got TM now, TM Zatox up in rank 5. I forgot to mention Tim, NBK Tim is rank 3, so it's going to be, to be honest, it's going to be very, very challenging to do the matchmaking for the next, the next title shot. So it might have to be a fight night for the next event that we do. But yeah, it is very tough. But what are your thoughts anyway? Like,
in regards to what, as far as the title shot contention, or
yeah,
man, I would base it upon where they were at on the card, and who got the win, and what fashion did they get their win in. If they went all rounds, it was a decision. If they got a first round knockout, if they got a sub, you know, and then of course the difficulty of their challenger, or who they won against.
Yeah,
you guys got stacked all the way through. You're not safe anywhere here in the OFC. You got people like Liam at the bottom coming up. You got everybody. You got Kruger down there. You got everybody, every which way. You're not safe anywhere. Gemini can switch between both consoles if he wants to. Like, I mean,
it just shows as well. Yeah, it just shows as well that the OFC PlayStation division is just absolutely stacked. And if we were keeping track of you know, who the top unranked guys are, we could probably even make, you know, a top 20 or even top 25. It's just that deep. It's that deep of a division, and
Right.
like you said, Liam and even Dino coming up. Hopefully, Mad Dog will come back if his PlayStation starts working again. So it might have to be a fight night to decide the number one contender. Who knows? Just has to see, who signs up.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys should do a freaking special. You guys should do a special event. Call outs in the backyard venue. That'd be great. That'd be crazy. And then whoever wins, do a freaking number one contender type deal for the title shot.
Yeah, we're definitely working
Action Avenue.
Yeah, 100%, man. But yeah, let's just quickly have a look at the where is it again? The main event graphic, ATP. Let's just have a look at the graphic for it. So yeah, got NBK GOAT with that nice, just that nice belt around his shoulder, and obviously McGregor wanted to take back his featherweight title. But I just want to talk about Amazon though. Like he had a kind of a tricky start. It's like he had like a Jan Blachowicz start in the UFC. Won a couple fights, lost a couple fights, nearly got cut. But then he just went on an absolute, really good run. Did lose. He lost to Bacon the first time, but then he won a decision to Bacon the second time. And I think, that's what warranted his title shot. Also, the fact that another top contender didn't sign up, which I was originally meant to do. But I think this is still deserving. I think he's still deserving of a title shot, even if Go picks a 5-star Volkanovski. But we're not gonna really talk about that much. But
that's this guy, bro. You got people that use their mains, and if he didn't block him, or I don't know if there's a rule against that as far as banning fighters when you're the champ type situation. But
for title fights, there's no ban fighters, so
that's his main fight.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's who
let's kick off the main event of the evening. ATV.
Alright. So yeah, man. If I'm Amazon in this fight, man, I'm looking to use my footwork, which is everything is even or just as good as a Volk. But I'm not gonna let Volkanovski feel comfortable and use and throw those shots in the pocket because he got the power, he got the speed, he got the accuracy, and for him to stay in the pocket with him, it would just be completely dangerous. So if Amazon lets that happen, that's going to be a short night for him. But if he can play at range and use those tube kicks and have great takedown defense, I think that you'll see a lot of good success, especially with that straight.
Yeah, and obviously Legacy Conor McGregor as well has some dire hands.
Ooh, there he is, getting nasty.
And and there is a thing as well. We've never had a champion that's had more than one title defense, and Goat has been saying he wants to make it like 5 defenses or whatever, and it's going to be very, very
you got some killers on the way up, bro. That's all I gotta say about that.
Genuinely. But for Amazon as well, he really needs to calm down. Like, don't go too mad, because obviously Walker's got the grappling. He's got the insane another hoof.
That's what I'm talking about, Amazon. He's letting them know what time it is. He's like, I'm here. I'm here for this.
Right, he's just not allowing Go to be getting into a stride, but he does get to the ground finally. Probably good that Go is going into the ground. Gets that crucifix. This is very dangerous. His head health might be really affected. Good denial.
Deadly side control. Deadly crucifix with Goat right here, bro.
Bro, his head health is getting destroyed from those elbows. Yeah, good denials as well from Goat. He's really on point with them. And, Amazon, he knows a thing or two on the ground, but is his expertise on the ground going to be enough to really stop Goat? Like, I remember when he first came onto the scene as well, talking a lot of, rubbish and that. But now he's looking like he's really showing that he is all that.
Right. That was a great opener by Amazon, man. I can't even lie, man.
Yeah.
He was just flowing. But now, all the stats and perks towards Volkanovski is really shining here on the ground. You know, he's a balanced fighter, you know, along with all those other attributes. And this is where most of his perks are at, right here. And it's showing.
Yeah.
Woo, cracking him. Oh, my gosh. Help him.
Oh, God, these ground.
Oh, the denial.
Oh. We're only in the first round, by the way, and already is looking extremely dangerous for Amazon. This doesn't take, and to be honest, it doesn't take away, the fact that he's come so far. He's had such a great resurgence of his career.
He did drop him. Like, let's not forget what happened earlier on the feet, man. Oh my gosh, this ain't looking good again. He's bringing it right back to him. We're not going 5 rounds. I doubt we make it out the second. We're not going 5. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't think championship rounds will be needed as far as this is going. But yeah, go just edging it out. I think that knockdown definitely won in the round, and obviously the ground control. But quickly before we talk about this fight more, I do want to give a massive shout out to Royal Soul for following this league on his King of the Disciplines Twitch channel. So definitely be watching this that's combat. Go, just absolutely pouring it on with a 2 knockdown straight away. Hey.
Oh my gosh, this is not looking good for Amazon, man.
This is the 5-star Volk now, just absolutely OP. Another stun.
Crumbles him.
Yeah, and by the way, Volkanovski doesn't even have any boxing combination. Like, I don't think he has 4 or 5-star boxing combinations.
No, he's just fast and quick.
It's purely based on his speed, punch, just accuracy. But yeah, this is not a great position. But good denial though to not get that crucifix.
I used to use Volkanovski before he became a 5-star, and I just can't use him now. I mean, for some people that's been playing him, it's just a whole different story, man. They feel like he's just too much. I don't know, it's just something about him. I can't use him no more. I could use him better at lightweight. I almost prefer to use him more at lightweight.
Yeah, there's times where I don't even have to try Volkanovski. Like, just a couple punches clearly landed and the person's already down. Doesn't matter if they're new to the game or just a very experienced. Oh, and a flash KO by NBK the GOAT. And still, ladies and gentlemen, what performance.
Man, he put it on him. He made him think about what was happening on the ground, and I think that kind of made him hesitant on striking how he did, how he had such a great first, and then at that half point, and he got all that ground and pound in that first round. It really made us have PTSD status on him. He was tripping.
Yeah.
Started dropping his hands when he didn't need to and getting hit because of it. And like you said, Volkanovski, don't have your block up and not expect not to get dropped, man.
Yes, it is a shame for Amazon as well. He's very good with the with Conor McGregor fighters, but man, 5-star Alex Volkanovski is just. I think he's personally too OP, to be honest, which is a shame as well, because when he was 4.5 stars, like there was some sort of counter, but unless you're going max, who even still isn't a full counter now, in my opinion. So we're gonna have to see either way.
Hey man, we're gonna need that Allen buff, bro, because I think the only one that can do it, Allen, man, that guy's doing some stuff, and he's not getting he's undefeated in that division, man. That man needs a respectable buff, man.
Yeah. But either way, that puts NBK GOAT at 7-2. Just a brilliant records. Definitely showing why he is the champion. But that concludes OFC 17, ladies and gentlemen. We're working, just a quick preview. We are working on a couple cool event, especially well, I'm not going to say exactly what, but it should be quite huge for all parties involved. So be sure to check out, the announcements in the Discord channel. Be sure to sign up as well to the next card sign up. And yeah, just that's all for now, ladies and gentlemen. So so to take care.